Now, the state of Israel is fighting war on 3 of its 5 fronts. What began as a surprise attack by the Iran-backed Hamas in 2023 has now evolved into a much broader and a much more volatile war that the Israelis are waging. The fear of a much wider conflict is also looming large. Now, Israel is waging its war against Hamas in the Gaza Strip. It's done so for the last 20-plus months. It's also fighting the Hezbollah in Lebanon, the Houthis in Yemen. In the latest, the Israeli military has dismantled, or at least it claims to have dismantled, a 3.5-kilometer long underground tunnel route that it claims to include several tunnel hideouts in Gaza's Khan Yunus. Moreover, reports say that the Israeli naval boats shelled western parts of the Gaza city. And on the other hand, there's this crippling humanitarian aid shortage because Israelis have stopped all aid from coming in, which has resulted in chronic hunger and starvation. The United Nations says that 875 Palestinians have been shot at and killed in the Gaza Strip near these so-called humanitarian aid sites backed by Israel and the United States. Now, these are the images of the desperate Palestinians thronging at the soup kitchens in the Gaza city in the northern part of Gaza. They're waving empty pots as they wait to receive some food. A global hunger monitor has said that at least about 500,000 Palestinians in the Gaza Strip are facing starvation, adding the Palestinian enclave, which confronts a critical risk of famine with a very high risk of one occurring by the end of September.
I come here from the very early morning. I come here from afar to get a soup kitchen meal. I don't want to eat, but let the small children eat. We have children. What is the fault of children aged 5 or 6 months? We have a 4-month-old child. What is his fault? What is his fault? He is 4 months old. Shame. Look at us with mercy.
And on the other hand, Israel continues with its relentless bombing campaign of the Palestinian territories, even as ceasefire talks remain in their first phase after more than a week of talks. This despite mediators like the United States and Qatar stepping up with their efforts to try and broker a truce between Israel and Hamas. Uncertainty looms over the efforts to bring in any kind of a truce. Each side has been accusing the other of staking out positions that prevent a deal from being reached.
Discussions are ongoing. We cannot say that an agreement will be reached tomorrow, nor can we say that the negotiations will collapse tomorrow. This is something that can only be commented on in due time. For now, all parties remain engaged.
Now, Israeli jets have carried out a wave of airstrikes deep inside Lebanon. The Lebanese government claims at least about 12 people have been killed in the airstrikes in northeastern Beqaa Valley. The IDF claims that the strikes were aimed at stopping an elite Hezbollah unit, the Radwan Force, from regrouping and rebuilding its strength. The Israeli military claims that it targeted military facilities belonging to the Radwan Force, where operatives and weapon depots have been detected. Though its commanders were killed in 2024, Israel believes that this unit has since been operating to re-establish its capabilities. Now, Israel claims that the weapons stored at the sites and also Hezbollah's activity is a blatant violation of the understanding between Israel and Lebanon and also poses a future threat to the state of Israel. The Defense Minister Israel Katz has called the strikes a clear message to Hezbollah and the Lebanese government, which is responsible for upholding the agreement. On the third front, the Israelis are battling the Houthis from Yemen. Explosions have rocked the Israeli port city of Eilat following a sudden missile and a drone attack that was launched by the Houthis. The sirens blared and fireballs lit up the night sky as the Israeli air defenses attempted to intercept the incoming threats. The Houthi escalation marks a dangerous new front in the West Asia conflict, directly targeting the Israeli territory from Gaza or Lebanon. So as the war continues to rage on, Israel claims to have bombed Syrian government forces around Sueda as they entered the predominantly Druze city following 2 days of the deadly sectarian clashes. And about 100 people have reportedly been killed since the fighting between the Druze militias and the Bedouin tribes began since Sunday. Though a ceasefire has been announced in the area, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has said that he is committed to preventing harm to the Druze community in Syria because of their deep ties to those living in Israel and also the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights of Lebanon. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.